everyone. And tonight we are tackling something that is affecting thousands of lives right now, the travel ban on Haiti. As someone living here on the ground, I want to offer a voice from inside. So, thank you guys so much as we get the show started. Kindly like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if it is your first time stopping by. And I encourage you to interact. Lately, as always, Haiti is always on the map. So, as we get into the show, I don't want you guys to think that I'm going to be one sided and simply defend Haiti and not see things from both sides. So tonight's discussion will be a discussion where we see things from both ends because sometimes when people say certain things about you, you need to look at yourself. Let me add in our partner here. But at times we need to look at ourselves to make sure that are we doing things to help the opinion of others on us. Love and Freedom, thank you for tuning in. Nadine, how's it going? Old Timer, thank you for stopping by tonight. As we get the show started, I want to wish my baby girl a happy 19th birthday. Today was not just a birthday for her, but today is also her first day leaving the nest since she was born. So I want to wish you a happy birthday, baby. I love you. And we are rooting for you and wishing you the best on your university trip. I love you so much. Keep on shining. I'm going to keep on rooting for you, and you're always in Mama's prayer. How's it going? Thank you for joining me.
Yes. I'm here.
Are you
My
able
bad.
to hear me well?
Yes. Can you?
Yes. Thank you too for joining me. Tonight, I would like for
Okay.
us to talk about the ban, the travel ban on Haiti. I know that a few of my peoples have emailed me, have contacted me via WhatsApp, and even on live yesterday. I got a few questions about how do I feel about the travel ban on Haiti. I thank you for joining me. Um, I encourage you guys to please share your thoughts and opinion as well. And keep in mind, what's shared on this platform is my opinion. It does not make my opinion a fact. So please share your thoughts as well. Mr. Jean, good afternoon. Queen and Life in Haiti family, please subscribe, share, and like. Are you? I'm sure you may not need to introduce yourself, but every time we're on, it's a new day. So introduce yourself again as we get started on this segment today with Life in Haiti.
Hello, everybody. It's your boy Pascal. Very common name. So we just here trying to help, the special lady figure out some things about, different topics from the first show.
Definitely. Thank you so much. And not only that, getting the message across too to the rest of the world because people are wanting to know, the truth, what is happening and who is affected by what's happening. So let us know, what have you heard and how do you understand the travel ban on Haiti?
So one thing about me, I like to simplify things, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
so this is one of those things we have to simplify and look at the bigger picture and come up with what is the main driver or the main reason behind that ban, that travel ban. Um, yeah, to simplify it, it's basically like your neighbor, a neighbor that you had, and that neighbor decided not to let you in his or her house anymore. You know, that's what I can compare it to. You know, so basically, the neighbor may have ground, right, reasonable ground for that, but but then you also you have to look at yourself. Like, what have I been doing in my house? What kind of party have I been having that would lead a neighbor to think I'm a bad influence, right, to his or her house or her family members? It's that too. So to simplify it, is that the government of the United States wants to put, I would say it's a suspension. It's like, it's not a ban per se, but it's like, if we have a legal government, that's a legal ground to take and get that ban lifted all the way. But what they are saying is that Haiti is not being ran by a legitimate government. We all know that. I've been saying that on this show many times. The government we have here is illegal, right? Nobody voted them in. And so all the decisions they're taking is basically to make us, the people, look bad, look like we're some fools, you know? Because, like I said, the fact that we didn't hold election as the Constitution of Haiti provided after 3 months. Okay, after 3 months of the president not being active, we should have held election. Now take a case like Iran, right? A country that the West despised, but they still hold election after their president got killed in a helicopter crash. They hold election. They held election. Now they got a new president. Then that happened after the President Jovenel assassination. Now, what is our excuses? No, because we only love to bring up excuses. You see, when Ariel was in power, he came up with some weird excuses why they couldn't hold election. Oh, because there's violence, and that's why we can't hold election. And and that's that's what they look at us as. Like a group of people who come up with excuses not to follow the rules, the basic rules of the game. I don't think a lot of Haitian people understand that though. And that's the saddest point because that's the ground that they use to ban future visa applicants, future resident, right? Green card applicants. That's the ground they use because we're so caught up. I don't know, like the government in Haiti, they think they can fool everybody, fool everybody, and take time. Now it's been 4 years. That's a whole term, presidential term in the U.S. That's 4 years since our president got assassinated. These guys just keep kicking the can down the road, kicking the can down the road, finding excuses, and now you see the Haitian people are suffering because let me tell you, a lot of people gonna feel that. A lot of Haitians depends on the U.S. for a lot. You know what I mean? And now, like, they're gonna ban every future applicants. The people who already have their, visa, that's a different case. People who already have their residency card, different case. People who has a family member, a close family member in the U.S., like a child or a parent. If you're a green card holder, you'll be fine. You'll go through some, in the airport, they will like put some put a level of strain, like very strict. They're gonna be very strict with you by asking many questions, but you can get through that. it's the future applicants. And now we're suffering because the Haitian system is full of corruption, is ridden with corruption. You see where I'm coming from? They're even saying that they can't they can't verify the identities of the Haitian passport holders. So the people
Of the
fighting
Haitian what
passport
passport
holders,
who
yes, they're saying that
passport who
holders, passport holders, even people who are current naturalized citizens are gonna go through a lot more questioning because of how they see us. Because you have a government in power not wanting to hold election, want to use the gang violence or the gangs as excuses. Let me tell you something. If Haiti had a legitimate government and elected president, we wouldn't be where we're at. We wouldn't have been where we're at. It would have been more like a person to person, I mean, a president to president. Now they give us 9 presidents. Nobody can figure out who's the president, who has the power, who's what. That's like, I mean, we have to look at ourselves in the mirror. If we're gonna do, yeah. You can you hear me good?
yes, I hear you now,
Yes, I hear you now. Yeah. So
but
what I was
now you
saying
have
is,
an
but
echo.
now you have an echo. You still hear
Maybe
the echo? Maybe.
yeah, I hear the echo. Do
Yeah,
you
I
have
hear the
another
echo. Do you have
phone with
another
you?
phone with you? Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Try and maybe come out
Try and maybe
and come back in.
again. On the other phone? Come back in. All right, let me do that. Uh-huh.
So as we get it together with our guests tonight, I kind of don't want to share too much of my opinion behind our guest's back because I kind of want the my guests and I to be on the same page. But you know, guys, I have understanding, but I always try and play the devil's advocate as well because there's so many ways we can look at this situation and we can also look at the reality of the situation. So if it is your first time here, we welcome you. Don't forget to please let us know where you tuned in from. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about the current ban being placed on Haiti, the only island in the Caribbean island with a travel ban. Let us know your opinion and subscribe to the channel if it is your first time here. Haitian Warrior King says even America, but you guys are not getting notices for the lives, please make sure on this channel that you have that notification bell on. That way you will be notified whenever I am live or release maybe a short or an upload. So I will share my thoughts, which pretty much is in agreement with what our guest is saying. We, the Haitian people, we have to look at ourselves. We have to come to the conclusion that have we been a disruptive neighbor? Have we been the type of neighbor that don't have any control, that have portrayed ourselves to be maybe what we are not? Because when you hear what the media is sharing with the rest of the world about Haiti, it is a very scary sight. It's a scary place when you're reading certain articles about Haiti. And why is it that these articles have been able to, be dispersed all over the world about Haiti? Is because, to an extent, we, the Haitian people living in Haiti, have played a role into that. We have allowed ourselves to be portrayed in the wrong way, because a lot of the things which is happening, a lot of the videos that we share around to each other, these are things that is coming out of Haiti by Haitian people, which is scaring people all around the world about Haiti, about the people of Haiti. Because, see, some of you guys follow Life in Haiti, therefore you understand that, hey, just because a small percentage of Haitians are doing something, it does not make it every Haitian person. But for someone maybe out in Paris that's curious or stumble upon an article, they may not be able to differentiate, because what they are going to think, or how they're seeing it, is the fact that, wow, this is violent. These people are some mean people, because these are the videos that we share around about our people and about the situation which we have happening here on the ground. However, I have to keep the show going, guys, because our guest has yet to come back in. Is it fair for the whole Haiti to be treated as it is, with what's happening with simply in the Port-au-Prince area? Now, as someone living in Haiti myself, that is one thing I question, and that is one thing that's, in my opinion, is unfair. But keep in mind, see, when we're dealing with opinion, sometimes our opinion is based on emotions. Yes, living here, I can differentiate, and I would say, well, and I say this all the time. I hear other creators saying this. I hear it on Instagram. I hear it on Facebook. Many of us are hollering, hey, Port-au-Prince is not the whole Haiti. There's different 10 or more departments to Haiti, which is different states. Why is it the whole Haiti is being punished for simply what's happening in the Port-au-Prince area? So please share the live, guys, and share your thoughts. I'm going to ask you, do you think that the whole Haiti deserves to be punished for simply what's happening in the Port-au-Prince area?
I mean, my answer to that, no. My simple answer to it. We need to like give every department their credits, because
Mm-hmm.
think about it. It's like the states. Every state has their own mini culture. Every state, have their customs. Have their accents. Same thing with Haiti. I think. I think that, yeah, that's how we can realize the real value of the country as a whole. By starting to give the values to the locals. The local people need to be valued, need to know that they have something to offer, like in the big picture. I think that's how we can save Haiti, to be honest with
You
because
say
Haiti
that's
is not
how we can
sustainable.
save Haiti?
Yes, yes,
No,
because
no, I'm
that will
saying
develop.
globally. Globally, hold on, because I kind of want us to stay on topic. Let's say planes right now are coming in the north side of Haiti. and there hasn't been any problems coming into Cap Haitian. From the beginning, the north of Haiti or the south of Haiti, who's still, I think, struggling to make it an international airport, there has not been any issues there. With this travel ban, it also include in effect those on the north side of Haiti. Do you think that it's fair, or there should be some amending within that exclude parts of Haiti?
What's Can you repeat the question one more time, please?
The question is, the recent travel ban is on the
Mm-hmm.
whole Haiti
Mm-hmm.
right now. And for a while, almost a year now, flights have not been coming into Port-au-Prince. The main
Okay.
problem, the root of the problem is in Port-au-Prince, where we're not getting
Mm-hmm.
flights in. And they try to, from the beginning, if you guys recall, the whole Haiti was punished. And a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
stood up and say, hey, why are we closing the north side of Haiti, and why are we having to go through Dominican Republic when we have an open airport that is not a part of the problem and has never been a part of the problem? This current travel ban includes the whole Haiti. Do you think that it should specify Port-au-Prince only and not include Cap Haitian?
Oh, it's the whole country. It's the whole country. And the thing about that is the United States government doesn't even acknowledge that we don't have problems like that in the north or in the south. What they do is they generalize everything and they put everybody in the same basket. Because at first they came out with the oh, vive ensemble, the terrorists or group. Okay, now they took it a step further by lumping everybody um as guilty until proven innocent, kind of thing.
Let me ask
Kind of
you,
like
do you think, because even though the guys they have done okay, but when you first originally heard that they named them as terrorists, did you foresee this coming as well?
take the other, you know. So, and that's what we're facing now. And I think that we're not even equipped to get out of it because I learned from the news that one of the fake presidents, I call them fake presidents, one of the fake presidents went to the embassy trying to get visas, him and his crew, and got denied. You see, one of the
This is
nine puppets,
recently.
yes, yes, one of the nine puppets got denied, and that tells you a lot. Now, if they could use the ban to, keep some crooked politicians in Haiti so they can face the people, I don't mind that. But the fact that they trying to paint everybody, put everybody in the same category, you know, that's why you need a legal government to basically, put up a fight against that because it shouldn't happen that way. Because to think about it, Haiti is not uh, an unstable country. It's just Haiti has been destabilized. See,
And people don't
um,
understand the difference when
a
we
lot of
say
people,
that.
a lot of people don't, but I do because I know Haiti, I know Haitians, I know my people. And you think about it, it's kind of like if they push you in a corner, you know, you're in a corner and then you're being fed something that is not true. So now you're gonna have a very narrow view of reality and the big picture. And I think that's what they did to us because I don't know us as a people who use to terrorize each other. I know Haitians as a hospitable people, who love each other, who would give somebody the shirt off their backs. That's the true Haitian, by the way. The true Haitian people. That's who we are. But for some reason, like we've been portrayed, you know, throughout the world as some villains, some people who I don't know what they're trying to do to us, but I know me and I know you. I
Mhm,
know your heart.
mhm.
We have to find those type of Haitians to create the the unity that we're trying to build because man, it's not pretty. That picture they have of us is strictly gang related. Okay, now they trying to put the T word on top of it. This is not good. It's not gonna end well, and that's why like I don't have the answer. I wish I did, but what I can say is that we need a legal government. We need somebody that we choose. Okay, that can fight for us. You see where I'm coming from? Because we don't have that in those nine puppets. No, we don't have it. People they blinded the Haitian people to think that President Jovenel was not fighting for them, and there was a literally it was a movement with a lot of backing financial to literally portray the president as a the pariah,
Do you
the
let me ask you this question. Do you think having lived through this huge recession, do you think that moving forward the Haitian people would make better decisions or take their time to process what is being said before reacting?
nah, that's a great question. But the thing about propaganda, it works all over the world. It goes in politics, propaganda, and they use it against miseducated people that are not really educated or who not gonna analyze what they're hearing. You know, they use that tool, against those people to make them fight against their own interests. It happens all over the world. So what we need to do is like we need to counter that. We need to because so many people believe that changes happen overnight, but change happens incrementally. Little by little, you learn, not to go, that route. Next time you won't, you shouldn't. But what if they bring up a new propaganda that is designed to get you off course? So that's why education is the key, and I will
and
always say
and
that.
and one for sure propaganda on the daily, that they've made a staple in Haiti is closing
Mhm.
down schools. That's the first thing that they do, is take away a child's ability to learn. With everything that's happening and hearing all of these different articles, one thing that I have not heard any American leaders to stop and say is, where are these weapons coming from into Haiti? Because, see, now you have a whole bunch of people on the island being punished for a small percentage of people who live on the island. Let's be real. Ask ourselves, many of these young men and women, they could not afford to even live, let alone to go out and purchase these machine guns on the black market and create such a huge institution as they have. So, yes, thank you for the travel ban because at times it's okay to be pulled up. But the real assistance we need is for us to get to the root of the problem. Okay? How, if most of the illegal arms are entering from the US, how is it that Haiti is the only one punished? And I'm going to go a little bit further, guys, because now this is my Haitian side as a Haitian woman speaking. When have Haiti ever been a threat to America, Pascal? Those of you guys who are tuned in. When have
Never.
you heard of Haitians ever doing any direct attack to attack America? Because 100% of this puzzle that's designed, it is designed to hurt Haitians against Haitians. It's designed for us to hurt each other. Haitians have never, the country of Haiti in history, have never attempted to be a threat to the people of America. I believe even when some of the worst get an opportunity to leave Haiti, when they get to America, they don't walk the same walk. They don't talk the same talk. To hear today that America says is to, protect themselves from the people of Haiti. When have you ever heard in history where Haitian people have ever been a threat to the American people or the American country?
Definitely not. Not in my lifetime, or not even in the recent history archives that I've checked. Like I said, what I think is it's simply because c'est un coup nous on piti mi sangado. Kompren nan bon kriol la. Piti mi sangado, that means you're like sheep without shepherds, without a shepherd, you know? So yeah, kepot moun ka just rentre and manipule, fè sa ou vle, ak pep haisyen. Mwen se sa mwen, kompren, moun ki djou yo go intellectual per se, they're not really up to the task, man. You know, and critical thinking in Haiti is like a lost art. See, um,
One of the things too, don't forget what you're saying,
mhm.
but in defense of some of the leaders here who may be a good person, because I am not God. I don't know everybody's daily activity. So I don't want to say everyone is guilty, but I've never heard one of them to get on the mic and say, hey, we have questions too, because we do not make these weapons in Haiti. We need to know where are they coming from, and can there be an investigation on your side for the protection of my people while I try to work and balance what's happening here within my country? Why do you think that critical thinking doesn't exist in Haiti? Because a lot in most of these guys, even though we know some may got in there because their homeboys put them in there, but let's not take away a lot of these Haitian young men and women who are in certain positions. They did go to school. They are well educated. They went and studied abroad. So many times, yes, we quickly talk about them because their behavior does not match the skills that we know they should display. But most of them, they went to school abroad. Their children have had the chance to go to school abroad. They came from a certain type of family. Why are we using excuses saying that critical thinking does not exist? I can't hear you. You're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Now I
Yeah?
can.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how I see it, sis, it's
Mm-hmm.
like this. Morality, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Morality and conveniency doesn't go together, right? They don't go together. So you're asking a group of people who are capitalists. Now, if you know, we know what capitalists are, right?
Capitalists are people that is defending their country. You know who I would say are capitalists? An example to me? Well, no,
The
nationalists. My bad.
nationalists,
You're right.
yeah,
Yeah,
capitalists.
my bad.
Capitalists
My
are
bad.
here to capitalize, baby. They
Yeah,
here.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Even
I
if
had
you
to,
sick,
you're right.
yeah, you're sick. The capitalists are gonna capitalize. You
Mm-hmm.
know, you know what I mean. You're not sick. Let's say you're not sick, which is relatable to being indoors, right? You're not
Mm-hmm.
need to go outdoors and do activities. The capitalists are gonna capitalize. You see how you see it? You see where I'm trying to go with that? So
Mm-hmm.
so so it's not their jobs to have a moral compass for you or for your tragedy. It's yours in your government. You see? And that's why a lot of people play with the word democracy. Democracy is just a word. I'm saying it's just a word. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you don't have law and order, you can't have democracy. You can't even begin to talk about democracy. And
Mm-hmm.
you see how you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people they think chaos, especially over there in Haiti, they think that chaos and democracy can live together. You know what I'm saying? No, they can't. Democracy and law and order can live together. But chaos, you know, can't live with democracy. So that's and they made that mistake or they did that on purpose when they were giving us democracy. Because they made the Haitian people thought that, hey, they can disrespect you and you can't do nothing to them. That's a fact. They can say they can you can entre dans mon monde et puis ou même ou pas qu'à faire rien parce que vous avez droit de parole, vous avez droit de parler. That's a false narrative. That's a false understanding of democracy because the minute you cross that boundary, it's not democracy anymore. And so that's where they got us to think that, okay, qu'importe bagay que nous fait, nous pas gain the consequences. But in reality, you see, you have the people in the government in Haiti, right? They have a culture of partager zam bay jen yo nan katse popüler yo. Tan pou yo, bay nèg yo lot zouti ki pi important dans la vie, se zam yo bay yo.
Mm-hmm.
And then they instigate war, like turf wars. You see, because it's beneficial to them. Imagine, le nèg la nan gouvernement, depi gon zon ki chaud, nèg la ka fè l'État dekese kob. L'État dekese kob sans pa cheke, konya la nèg sa le kob li tombe nan mel. OK? Le kob li tombe nan men, ah, sa e la jan li. So ou genye sa tou an Haiti. When you're like nigga feeding the beast, right? And then you got different groups of people feeding the beast. Now these people lè ou pa ka jwen zam on kote. They're gonna find another way. And then ou gen private ports non pays as small as Haiti. Private ports ki an ba kontrol moun ki pa même vwe nationalist, ki pa même vwe patriots. So you, and then yo même, c'est l'argent yo, at all costs, yo ouais.
Hmm.
Yeah, même si pays a, bon, même si pays a nan trouble la, yo ka pran helicopter and fly over. You know what I mean? So c'est ça gen nan moun. That's why you see, like, when I talk to a lot of Haitians, they don't understand any of these things I'm saying because they think it's just black and white, but it's really not.
Mhm.
Komande, ou go pak,
Mhm.
se takou, se takou, ou go occupation or invasion. Ou ka relel sa. Yo invasion. Yo invade Haiti avec zam ak munisyon.
Mhm.
Kompren? Yeah, c'est ça qu'a fait là. And then where you play around the main issue. They playing around it. They don't want to attack it. They just playing around it. But they don't want to go to the source. Like, come on. Anybody with common sense would say, okay, on pays qui gagne private ports, côté l'État pas gagne aucune supervision sous yo. So c'est les moun sa ou fin rentre avec conteneur yo vin bay l'État manifeste. Vous comprenez moi yo bay l'État manifesto. Like, mais qui bagay ça yo vle yo écrit sous papier. Pas comprendre. And
Mhm.
then nous get, yeah, and then nous get ONG, OK? Kap recevoir ki kap recevoir bagay nan men moun sa yo. Nan private ports. That's a takeover. That's an invasion. But I say pa kompwen li. You know, c'est ça qu'il faut like nous besoin vrai leader nan kou Ibrahim Traoré. OK? Un leader qui comprend dynamisme and nuances. Because Zoem Dula, capitalists are gonna capitalize. That's what they're here for. C'est vous qui pour regulate them. Well, like capitalism, c'est pour c'est un sport, like gladiator, or where's a moon boxing. That's what that's what capitalism is. That's what it is. It's a fight. So se job leta pou nou ta va regularize moun sa yo, system sa. Like put it in an arena, okay, and put the rules in place so that that system can work to benefit the masses. But sou just
Mhm.
kite system ta pran si tout pay you. That's what you're gonna have. Like I'm being frank. I like to analyze stuff.
Well,
One,
that's true.
like system way.
That's true. And I think
Thank you.
before we can, one of the first thing those who are in position should do, and I'm going to ask you guys, even in the audience, should US and Haiti both take responsibility for what's happening in Haiti today? Should the rules should US also take responsibility for what is happening here in Haiti? Yes, there is us Haitian people. The fact remains we are our biggest and worst enemy. Do we have someone that's helping us too? Do we see it clearly today that as the US put all of these bans on Haiti. Tant que Jean yo rejté nous, est-ce que jodi aux États-Unis gagne responsabilité pas tout avec ça qui a passé dans le pays d'Haïti? Avec un petit monde que pays a perdu en dans le pays d'Haïti. Parce que nous, en pile fois, nous pas voulons défendre tête nous. Parce que il y a en pile jeunes filles et jeunes garçons que pays a perdu. C'est parce que même aux États-Unis, il y a une responsabilité. Et même tout, yo gagne un rôle par yo dans la situation qui a passé dans le pays nous. Et ça, c'est une vérité que même en pile fois, moi, pas remel, parce que moi, vle wel un seul bon, c'est haïtien qui pour gérer tête yo, mais là, on a regardé situation en clair, gen de bagay pour lui faire route, c'est un l'autre côté pour sortir, pour lui entrer là, dans le pays d'Haïti. Est-ce que ou ka voyager pour nous tous de ça qui a sorti la caillou et qui a entré en dans le pays d'Haïti tout? Parce que nous perdons trop jeunesse dans le pays parce que nous mettons en situation qui est difficile dans le pays. Côté en pile, jeune fille, jeune garçon, viennent sentir que pour yo manger un qui est diri, c'est non mauvais bagay pour yo aller. M'pas dire que moi-même m'a si tirer moun qui nan mauvais bagay, mais ça me vient apprendre en Haïti. Haïti c'est un pays en dedans qui vraiment séparé. Gene communauté en dedans pays pour 2 années, moun sa yo nan une misère qui terrible et ou après que presque 60% si moun qui entre dans mauvais bagay plus facile, c'est parce que là nous créer une communauté pour faire exactement ça ou est dans le pays d'Haïti pour nous aujourd'hui. Et véritablement, que nous voulons well, que nous pas voulons well, parce qu'en pile fois dans le pays, depuis c'est pas petit tout qui n'a un problème, li pas déranger, depuis c'est pas famille, li pas déranger, mais en pile jeune fille et jeune garçon nous perdit, c'est petit pays à yoye. Et quoi, moi crois que si que tu as une opportunité pour yo t'a fait belle bagaille, même gens avec petit pauvre. Parce que je parle à un petit monde dans le pays, si moun n'a pas un monde qui peut aider. Oui, nous jouons un rôle, mais comprendre une situation que nous créons qui fait que un peu dans la jeunesse là, courir et yo toujours prêt pour yo entrer dans mauvais bagay. Yo toujours prêt pour yo d'accord de série de mauvaises décisions. Ouais, je dis à Kounia, même jeune moun sa yo, que yo, ça son choc qui ka long, oui. Parce que même ou même qui humain, ou gen yon choix, ok? Lè que un moun mande ou faire un bagay, ou gen yon choix pour dire oui or non. As humans, you have a choice. This could be a long show because I'm just giving an analysis on what's happening on the ground here in Haiti. These youth, they do have a choice. Because many of you guys who are outside looking in, you're saying they have a choice. Ou même qui dehors ou ap gade, ou ap di kon sa ke ti moun nan li gen yon choix pour pas entrer dans série de bagay et pour pas faire. Mais pas oublier, l'on a joué 4 la gen yon minimum ke li bay chaque joueur. Et là que 4 pour yo, c'est un 4 qui pas bon, ou vin pas gen choix, c'est ça qui nan men ou ap jouer. When, you know, those who play cards, you know, when you dealt your hand, if you dealt a bad hand, especially those who like to play, what is it, ace, spades, right? When you dealt a bad hand, you just got to deal with the hand that you have. And many of these young men and women, we have to admit that from the beginning, we have dealt them a bad hand. We have failed the youth within our community nous-mêmes nous craser un petit monde dans le pays et c'est ça qui fait nous joindre résultat que nous joignons aujourd'hui. Parce que si moun nan leve dans une mauvaise situation, et d'après moi-même qui a vivre là, situation Haïti, c'est pas une situation qui fait commencer. Nous pas de problème sécurité, mais pauvreté, c'est un bagay yo te mette un peu haïtien à l'aise la donne. As one living here today, we didn't have security problems, but the poverty has been something that the Haitian people has dealt with for many, many years to where they're comfortable in poverty. So that is why today, because guys, I have to be real with myself sometimes. And I can't just see things on one side. Today, if Haiti is named to have terrorists, these children, tell yourself someone born and raised in poverty who have never traveled out of Haiti, who can barely even feed themselves if they don't commit a crime. How do they get so powerful, guys? How do they get so powerful? And I'm not defending anybody that's a bad guy, but it's the root of the problem that, see, there is a veil over many of the people in Haiti's eyes. And as long as we continue with this veil, we're going to be going round and round and round and round. And many of us are going to continue to be saying the same thing. It's really sad to hear some of the things and the fear that people have of Haitian people. Because I share with you guys all the time, don't believe everything you hear. Because not everything that you hear about the Haitian people that you should just take off running with. Because some of the things, it's intentional. And I always will revert back to 1804. The nerve, the audacity of us, a black nation, to have defeated at the time one of the most powerful army, which is the Napoleon Army. And in my opinion, today, we, the Haitian people, continue to pay for that. The Haitian leaders, we continue to deal, they continue to be manipulated because of that. So when I think about things of Haiti, I have all sorts of thoughts going through my mind because even they are a victim. And that is why in my opinion, for Haiti to change, I don't know if it's gonna be in my lifetime, but it's gonna take the diaspora community, the Haitian American, the Haitian Canadian, the Haitian French, those who are educated and powerful enough to secure themselves while they fight to change certain constitution, while they fight to put certain laws in place, while they come in with the right team to put law in order. And it ain't about because you have money that you should be excluded from following the rules, but the rule is a rule. Every society will have its rich, it will have its middle class, it will have its poor. But just because you have money does not make it okay for you to disregard a human life. We need
Agree.
that. Jay, do you think that someone in Haiti can be that tough? Because I don't think so. I envision someone who, I'm rooting for a Haitian American.
Um, that's a good point, but like, we need to
I'm
find
rooting
ways.
for a Haitian American.
But we need to find ways to build the Haitian leaders with backbone, right? Who can stand up and say no is no. You know, if I disagree, if I don't, if that's not what I want for my people, that's not what the people want. No, you know, that's what we need. And to touch up on that thing you said about the human capital, the fact that we're losing a lot of young, able bodies. You
Mm-hmm.
see, that's I think I'm I'm watching the Haitian people. They don't seem to care about that, Marie. They don't seem to care about the able bodies, the people that are gonna be the caretaker, caregivers. You know what I mean of the future generations. They don't care about those people. So what what can we do? Because I don't see any real job creation into in the government head. I don't see none of it. So that's one of those things that is feuding. I mean, that is feeding the gang culture. Because if young people, right, wake up, don't have nothing to do, right, don't have no
Mm-hmm.
place to go to work, no job. So now you have a young man with different thoughts crossing their mind. Young people, and then they'll turn on social media. Who's popping on social media right now? Those in the game. They have TikToks. I've seen them. They have all kind of app. So
Mm-hmm.
what you have is a bad, bad situation because you not you're not creating jobs for those young people to be able to be proud of themselves, to go to work, come home on the weekend. They could sit around with their homeboys. You know,
And
but
just
that's
live
not
a
going to be
normal life.
normal life.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't the government think for those young people? Because I believe that's the best way to save them from joining the gangs.
You
You
know,
have to group
let me
them in out.
tell you, I honestly, and as I say this, guys, please try to understand. I'm just trying to understand how these people work. I don't think it's the fact that they don't want an opportunity for the youth. What I think is many of them are addicted to power. And the addiction of power will cause you to make decisions that don't even align with your beliefs. Because most of them, when you try to get an understanding, it's all putting guns in these young men's hands to get them to secure their place. You lose your vision on that because when you have these guys out, you now have to pay them. So the money that you had to fund the school, to fund the road, to fund the hospital, it is now going elsewhere. So I don't know if it's that it and that's just my opinion, but I do feel that it's the addiction of power for many of the people who hold certain positions that causes them to make bad decisions.
Yeah, and as like if you don't have no leaders who are thinking for those young people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thinking of
And so, I
ways
mean,
to
please forgive me with my kitty, because Jesus Christ, he will not leave
and
me alone today.
what Haiti's going through. I think it's a huge crisis, but it's primarily because of that. The young people, the young people don't have no hope for the future. They don't have, like I said, they don't have. Even if they went to school, they went to university. When they come out, there's no place that's gonna hire them easily. And so what you have is a group of people who feel like they lost all hopes. And how do we restore that hope? You know, the pride that we should have as human beings, Marie, because that's where it's at. You know, if somebody is proud of their country and their heritage, there are certain things they're not gonna do in that country, to that country, in their fellow citizens. You see, how do we develop that? Because if we don't have that, Haiti doesn't have a chance. How do we step out of that mentality? If I'm from Port-au-Prince, then whatever happens in Cap Haitian doesn't relate to me, right? Doesn't matter to me.
Mhm.
You know, we need to get out of that. You know, calling people, oh, ou se moun tel kote. No, ou se moun Haiti.
Do
Ou
you
se
think
moun
that's a
Haiti.
form of protection?
I think that that's what they use on miseducated people who can't see the big picture. Because where moun yo apre le gang nan, se sa oui, yo fe. They narrow their scope of the country. So pou moun sa yo, si zon kote yo te fet la or whatever, kote yo grandi ya, that's their country.
So
That's their country. That's what they're gonna fight for. They're gonna die for that. Se men bagay yo aux États-Unis, Marie. Like who black
Mhm.
you know to nigga up really zone. Oh, this is my block. This is my block. Even though they never own like any of the houses in the block on the block. But they call it their block. This is my, my hood. That's the mentality they use to prey on us. You know,
Mhm.
we need to counter that with no, Ugo, you got a bigger aspiration, which is the country. You have to see it like that. And the whole like there's strength in number theory is real. It's real, Marie. If you can get 12 million instead of 2 million, it's a win because the human capital is the most valuable capital on earth, not the natural resources, not the whatever you see they trying to claim. Nah, it's us. We're the most valuable. Okay. So
Mhm.
if we don't value the human beings, the human capital, the person that are gonna, go out and learn something, learn some skills that can benefit the society where they reside, right? If we
Mhm.
don't empower those people, then you won't have a country, you won't have a society, and that is why I I emphasize on that the human capital. That's why the job you're doing is so valuable because you're shaping.
It affects the job that we have put in place too,
Yes.
because the travel ban, the thing that I don't like about it is that you do have organizations who are on the ground and doing their
Mhm.
best to keep up with the huge demand of needs, whether if it's medication, food, whatever assistance. There are organizations, those humanitarian efforts now. Please, Cherie. And let's not forget about you guys too, who are living abroad and would like to come and visit your family, where there could be an emergency around that time, and you would not be able to come into Haiti to either see what's happening, to visit, so this ban, it does affect the Haitian people.
I mean, of course, it's a ban on Haitians. On
So
Haitians.
I think my message tonight.
Hmm.
It is important for us to see Haiti beyond Port-au-Prince.
Yeah.
Haiti is not the whole Port-au-Prince, and I understand where one mess up, then you as a whole, you pay for it. But it is important for us to understand that Port-au-Prince is not the whole Haiti,
No.
and we have other areas that international flights can come into. And having that ban on the whole Haiti, it affects the whole Haiti.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't think that everybody in Haiti should pay. Yes, right now, Port-au-Prince is paying because no flights is coming into the Port-au-Prince area. Y'all want to play? Y'all gonna get punished directly. I think that ban should specify specifically Port-au-Prince. That way, it doesn't include every other province surrounding Port-au-Prince. Jacmel. Jacmel is a beautiful, you could
You.
say, state in Port-au-Prince. Jacmel does not have all of that problem.
No.
Capelin, Osali, Le Cais, or Cap, these areas are not affected by what's happening, but we have the world creating a judgment about Haiti
Hmm.
with just simply Port-au-Prince or maybe some surrounding areas with what is genuinely happening. And yes, the US does have a right to protect its borders there, but I don't think that the
Same as
whole
us.
Haiti should be punished.
Yeah, same as us. We have that same right that they just use. You see, it's because we don't have
Mhm.
enough leaders with backbone. I think I said that on the last live when you asked me, what do I think that we need to do as a country to get out of that slump? We need to put together a force that can like secure our borders, Marie, maritime and land borders. Okay, yeah, and then you can start working inwards, like to build your country, so that they can come, and I can guarantee you, they will come back to the table if they see you working on yourself. But if they see you not, you're just trying to find pity in the world. Oh, feel sorry for me. Oh, oh, look what they did to me. They're not gonna. Nobody's gonna come to the table with you like that. See, like that's my philosophy on things. You
No,
need to, yeah, you need to learn to, like, this could be a blessing in disguise, Marie. Parce que
I
li
believe
seulement
that.
yeah, li seulement affecte moun qui te gen foli, qui pense se États-Unis te paradis, qui tap ton résidence, ou soit qui tap nothing wrong with that, by the way. Okay? But gen moun, I know that for a fact. Gen moun qui pa kè sak pase en Haïti. They don't feel connected to anything that's happening to Haiti. Because you're going family qui te feel ou residence pour you or something. You know what I mean? Or you taking this, or you marié, you jeune marié avant américain, et puis you comprends moi? So we need to get out of that mentality. Parce que faut que nous garder pays d'Haïti, c'est le seul pays que nous gagnons, right? Faut que nous arrivions à un niveau, ça coûte nous fait tout ça, nous fait qu'à bénéficier Haïti, right? We need to get into that mind state. And if we don't, then ça Donald Trump fait, la va affecter nous plus. But nous bon garantie, man. Si nous look inward and nous find our strength, nous find the strength that our ancestors had, the strength that Roi Henri Christophe had when he was building that citadel. A whole bunch of people told him it was impossible. Okay? A bunch of people died building that monument. But what he did, against all odds, he said, we're going to build this and it's going to last so that future generations can cherish it. Like where is that strength that I know we have deep within? Like I know that our ancestors lived through us. I know they lived through me, but I want every Haitian to know, like your ancestors, they overcame way more than you.
Mhm.
Yes, they did. They had way more darker moments, like uncertainty all over. They had that. Like you could draw strength from that, and that's what you see. I get goosebumps saying that. That's what
Mhm.
I want our people to get, like our leaders especially,
Mhm.
because
Without social media too, to get the news out about what's happening.
you know what I mean.
Mhm.
They didn't have all the tools we have or the knowledge. Most of them didn't even know how to write or read.
Mhm.
Especially when time Abdullah. Et puis
Talk
qu'on y a
about.
ou charge avant ban vaurien qui kon li, qui kon écrit, but pas qu'à bay résultat. I mean, that's ironic, isn't it? So yes, like keep up something fair. Like I'm here for that. I want to see that change. Even if it begins in my lifetime, I'll be glad with that. Woman mwen mari, for real, like, paske mwen get trop chumps qui prend position leadership en Haïti, and then they give back a bay resultat, and then se sell fill their pocket. It's like they can't look at the whole. Yo pa ka goumen for the people. And pou
Mhm.
mwen, sa se nan edukasyon pe pa isi. Paske yo ban nou yon edukasyon pou fè nou selfish, egoist, egotistical, qui ple tèt nou avec ego, but
Mhm.
in reality, when you look at the results, I mean, you don't have none. Okay, you don't have none. And when you compare that to the ancestors who did 1804, who did all these great works, dang, I mean, we should be ashamed. Our generations should be ashamed because there's no comparison between them and the ancestors back then. Parce que they did more with less. You know?
Between then and now, you mean between then and now?
Yeah, I mean between the ones we have now and them, yeah, them back then. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, I
There's
get
no
you. Let me 1 second. Don't forget your thoughts. Let me give a shout out to some of our people tuned in with us. Um, we really have not been in the audience today, and you guys, please forgive us for that. This is a really, really interesting conversation, and at times I do neglect you guys. And someone pulled me up saying, you don't pay attention to
yeah,
your audience
somebody
anymore.
gave some yeah,
So I
somebody
want to
did
give you guys the love, right? I love you guys. I love each and every one of you guys that comment, especially really, commenting to understand or to relay a message, and it's on a positive note. So don't ever charge it to my heart if I don't get to your comment. All right. Thank you uh-huh. Sherry Hugh, let me tell you, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for your support and your continuous love of this channel. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. And give a shout out to Haitian Warrior King, Marie Nook, Mr. Jean. Please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. So yes, thank you. What do you think about labeled the gangs as a terrorist group? My brother, I spoke on that. Um, I don't want to just go back down that route, but I did answer that question during the live Haitian Warrior King. Um, I believe that a lot of these gang members, the young men and women who are involved in illegal activities within Haiti, they were created. There's a major difference for some of you guys who are tuned in tonight. Maybe it's your first time tuning in and you've never heard me share this, but for me, in my opinion, some of the, in the States, and I know the disparities in the States as well. So you're not speaking to someone that's speaking solely from a one sided point of view. I've never left Haiti. I grew up in the States, right? So I know that there's its disparities, but a lot of the time you will see a youth in the United States, there are opportunities in place for them. They do have a choice, regardless of what it is, right? They have a choice. And yes, the peer pressure happens. I understand and I know all of that. But for me, in Haiti, most of these young men and women, you got percentage of them that probably would get involved in bad things regardless. That's in every country. Name a country that someone has not done something out of line, right? It's not in human nature. From beginning of time, humans, we've been doing things that are not, that's not what God created us to do. But a lot of these young men and women in Haiti, guys, my opinion, they've been created. And now uh I think they became too much for their creator. I don't know, but that's just my opinion. And now things are definitely out of hand because it is just absolutely too much. And created, I think that anything that represents people of color, Haiti should have a seat there. But then that's just my opinion. Because if no one can't leave, the government shouldn't be able to leave as well. Good idea. Silver Fox says the person who imposed, here's our guest, he's back. I think he's back. Welcome, Silver Fox. Thank you so much for tuning in. The person who imposed the ban just does not like Haiti. Just don't like. You should ask yourself as a people, if you have a democracy or authoritarian, okay, right? Constitutional. Please share the live, guys. Please share the live as you come in, and don't forget Haiti people. Very true. That's correct, my sister. Mm, I would like you explain the simple ways to change Haiti, change our hearts, deal with the conscience. That's one of my number one thing on my list. Most of the problem in Haiti is because people's hearts is not right. See, when you work on your heart, you start having a level of respect for your responsibility. You start having a conscience. See, for me today, there are certain things that I cannot get involved in. It is not because I can't, but because my conscience will not allow it. I don't sleep good at night. It tortures me on my own when I am alone. And I feel that there should even be this, people who enter the military, I think that's the type of course that they take them through, the type of training, because you wash certain things out of them to get them. We need leaders to go and take that training to understand that they're in a fight, and the fight is to represent the people in the country of Haiti. Put things in place for the people of Haiti. I'm starting to wonder myself. Sometimes I say maybe they don't get a paycheck. Maybe that is why they go crazy. But we know that's not true. So, half of Haiti's problem is people that don't have a heart and they do not operate with the conscience and they don't care about the need of the people. And as I share this, because you're listening in and you're thinking this is just current, Haiti has not had security problems. But when you look at the history of the Haitian people, for years, leaders have failed the people of Haiti because past generations, many did go to school, but you have a high illiteracy rate too from past generations coming out of Haiti. Now, that's a sensitive situation. Our people really do not like to admit that. And that is why we continue to go round and round with the same problems because we don't want to admit certain realities. And until we sit down and come to terms with this was not right, I don't know what to say. So that's just my opinion. This did not just get started, it has been for years and years and years.
Um, that problem right there, it goes into the morality of the people. Our moral ground has been like eroded, like has been literally. I'm serious now. Um, you, we like. I'm gonna make a correlation. So I remember I went to Dominican Republic when I was a teenager. I was like probably 12 years old or 13. So I went there to visit my auntie who lived there. So what I saw, can you hear me good? Okay. What I saw, oh, okay. So what I witnessed was a country who was trying to find their place between, I mean, culturally. between the Black American culture, right, with BET, MTV jams, these kind
Mhm.
of things. Um, and then you had another group of Dominicans who were against that, right? So what happened with us is that we became able to, have access to cable in Haiti. BET was one of our favorite channels to watch. The music videos, with the Black Americans, with the girls dancing. Nothing wrong with that. But if you just let kids watch these things over and over and over again without any supervision or without any type of control, parental control, then you're gonna have a lot of what you have in Haiti right now. Because Dominican Republic, the difference was they had a force. And then they actually elected governments who took away those channels, who took away those TV channels from their cable. And, you know, what you had in Haiti is, I think we took the gang culture literally, like literal. Like, like you have these people, these young people who have no other way out. But like when they see that on TV, that's what they're selling about Black Americans. They like, oh, so that's over there too. All right, then we can emulate that. We can have turf wars like they do
Do
here.
you think, let me ask you further, because being able to understand it from both sides, and I know a lot of African Americans who disapprove of certain things, who feel that certain things, certain shows that main actors are black women or
Hmm.
men,
Hmm.
is a direct attack on our character. Do you
Hmm.
think that even within the United States,
Hmm.
that that was intentional towards the black community as a whole? Because many people complain of how black people are portrayed on
Hmm.
television.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All that is by design. You got to understand. That's the same thing again. I'm gonna go back to that. I know a lot
Hmm.
of black people. They're churchgoers. They're upright citizens, right? But
Hmm.
then when you turn on the TV, what they portraying black people as are gangsters. The person who would rob you. You know, those type of things. I'm like, what? Like that's not what I see. But just because that minority is doing that, they trying to paint the whole culture, as the ones doing it. So it's the same thing with Haiti. They're doing, and yes, it is white supremacist activity. I mean, the way they just, like I said, we don't need anyone to tell us that we have a problem. But I think that where we think that the world is not helping us to figure out the problem and solve it, they just want to give us like reliefs. And that's where the capitalism comes in because once you hear the word relief, they just give you a relief for it could be a few hours, a few days, but relief is not permanent. You see? Yeah, and they got us with that. A lot of you see, even with the words, they got us. They got us with the words because a lot of us don't know certain words. Like, par exemple, haïtien, pour yo dou, y a guéri, pour guérir une maladie, yo dou traiter maladie. Tandis que yo traiter un bagay, right? It's like You leave it so it can linger to the future. That's treating something. That's not curing something. Wait. So yo pran nou nan mosa yo. And c'est là, le ou di about relief or or support, a support force. Well, what they don't tell you about that part is that out of that support, you got to play your part, and then can the support may not even be sufficient.
Mhm.
Their citizens, you know, their citizens, their taxpaying dollars, that taxpaying citizens to
Hold on a
fund.
second. I just got a question, and thank you guys so much. I know you guys don't all have my WhatsApp, but someone just asked,
Okay.
says, this raises the question, why aren't similar bans issued for other countries facing unrest? Example, Mexico.
Because
Does
like I said,
Mexico not have more of a gang problem than Haiti? Very true.
so great question. So what they use to put the ban into place, we have to be careful. It's not just the gangs. It's because we don't have a legal government. So when you don't have a legal government, that government can't be trusted. The actions they're taking cannot be trusted. So, for example, now I'm just it
No, you
hypothetically,
can speak. I'm listening.
hypothetically, hypothetically. So they're basically saying the illegal Haitian government may be changing identities of people. So there's the Haitian government, the illegal government, note that, may be getting prisoners to travel to US under fake identities or assumed identities. You see where I'm coming from? And mind you, they caught a guy in the US who came through the Biden program, who was an evader. He evaded prison. See, a lot of people don't talk about that, but that's one case, just one case. But can you imagine though, Marie, a guy who after a prison break, he obtained a passport,
Hmm.
okay? And then applied. So now think about that. He obtained the passport under a fake name. So they
Hmm.
couldn't, you know what I'm saying, trace it to him. And he was able to apply for the Biden program and get approved. Wow, wow. I mean, you can say what you want, but like some countries are different, man. They here to like really they here to foresee things, right? Pour diriger, faut gen prévoyance. Comprenez? So ça ou fait là is just that's a step towards that. Parce que Zoem Dula yo ken bon moun sou un fake name qui approuvé dans Biden. Okay, so and then c'est sous gouvernement illégal yo encore ça arrivé. OK, Jovenel te met ton système côté yo fait fingerprint tout. Yo fait empreinte Dieu ou là elle fait passeport. Même Haïti pour Haïti yo fait. Okay?
Hmm.
That way they couldn't duplicate, okay, your identity. But back on the sac passé, you connais, depuis you assassinate Jovenel là, they undoing everything this man tried to do. Okay? Okay? They undoing everything. So, like I said, I went to the consulate. I went through that process when Jovenel was president to get my Haitian ID. They made me take off my glasses. They had the ISIS thing in my eye,
You had
like iris.
someone that cared.
Very much. This guy really cared. He cared about us, the people, our pride. So est-ce qu'on pense si Jovenel était sous pouvoir, or soit les Jovenel était sous pouvoir, they didn't try that because, like I said, he had multiple systems to go with parce qu'en Haïti, nèg yo fait corruption, Marie. L'heure pour de ancien ID, l'heure nèg yo fait en ID pour un moun, yo ka duplicate it. Ou la avem, yo duplicate it. So, yo fait plus pour yo ka joindre vote, yo fait plus ID, fake ID pour yo ka joindre vote parce que depuis yo présenter ID a, oh, ça son moun qui vivant, vote. OK, c'est comme ça qu'on fait en Haïti. Jovenel knew all of that. Jovenel, Jovenel knew all of that and he took measures to stop that. But là, we don't have no elected president. OK? Haïtien pensé dans transition, son plus belle vie qui dans transition. Qui plus belle vie qui dans transition là? Hein? Moi,
I don't think from back where que Haïtien pensait ça. Où est nous parler tout, c'est pour nous faire précaution. Mes amis, peuple là sont victimes, oui frère.
ah, il pas
Majorité
rien,
peuple
Marie.
là, ou gen moun nan jardin lié.
On
Li pa
est.
même kon qui est, non? Parce que ou pa bay moun nan éducation. Bagay sa yo have never been a priority for them. Mwen pa kwe loman de majorité moun an dan peyi ya, paske le nan pale a moun nan peyi ya, nou albete mikro nan bouche moun nou peye pou bay rezultat nou vle. Non,
Yeah.
gene pe fwa se pou nou pran la riyan pou nou mande bon pepl la, jan yo panse.
Vrai
Pa
peuple là.
kwe jodi a frem, ke pepl la nan support avec moun qui a fait yo abi parce que peuple la comprend jodi a que yo subi en pile abi. Mais ça qui vient passer en Haïti, tout ça qui a passé don't involve the people. Moun pa la dan, yo pa mando opinion. Yo pa mando est-ce que ou gen un côté ou ka vin voter? Pi fò moun de yo la ka yo, moun yo pa gen côté pour yo dormi. C'est non pas qui a dormi. Petit yo gen nan yo kouri, yo pa kon côté petit yo ye. Ou vit tellement distrait tête moun nan, dernier bagay moun nan, ou al parler de constitution, c'est si. Ou konnen ou moun ka jou mal la nan pays selon de kotoye?
Well, yeah.
C'est un qui est-ce qui va pour moi, chéri? M'a même ka manger, m'pa comprendre tout problème moi gagné. Mais madame nan vin en merdem, mais de qui ça la parler madame Mabdou, m'a chercher petite moi. Madame Mabdou, m'pa gen travail. M'pa ka voye petite moi l'école. Moi gen bill là, moi gen bill là, moi gen bill là. Wap vin en merdem de qui est majorité moun yo en Haïti, qui doit pas même dire non 9 moun qui représente aujourd'hui.
Yo pa konnen yo.
Position yo qui ceci, c'est pas vrai. C'est
Non.
pas une question peuple a supporté ou fait deal. There's bigger hands involved in this. There's the propaganda behind it. Gen l'argent de bagay la.
Yeah.
Est-ce que majorité peuple a gen l'argent pour yo? Ou pas toute souffrance ça qui dans pays aujourd'hui? Ou est-ce que ouais bon manifestation fait qui manifestation fait?
Pas de manifestation. Moi, c'est ça m'a dit, pas de manifestation.
Parce que kounye ya, pas gen l'argent. Et ça sorti la caille peuple là tout parce que tout ça c'est un bagay pour nous conscient de li. Dès pour moun a bon corps pour un côté pour faire des séries de bagay, c'est pour commencer à réfléchir. Avant m'a parler à moun nan di ou ka fait comme fait ça ceci. Moi dis bon Dieu chéri, au nom de Jésus, c'est pas tout cob qui bon cob. M'pa gen problème pour mourir malheureux parce que gen de l'argent chéri, si c'est eux même qui pour faire m'river, qui c'est eux même qui pour faire Life in Haiti Learning Center river ou mettre prendre devant chéri, m'attend et moi fait bon Dieu confiance que la menem elle gen pour mener nous plus loin avec patience.
Amen.
Parce que pas tout cob qui bon cob. OK? So, non sens frère comprendre que euh, peuple là vraiment, si nous-mêmes qui dans diaspora, pas penser que peuple là juste, oh oui, moun yo ap supporter ceci, c'est l'autre. Bon, peuple haïtien vient sentir que kounya yo prend la rue, soufflette y a prend.
Oh yeah, la police pas jamais au qu'on y a là.
Vérité, plein grand goût dans le pays, hein? Moun nan leve grand goût, gen moun qui dormi grand goût, pour lever grand goût al non soleil, al bat kol, et puis l'el rive, sal jouen, yo bat li, yo bal gaz, yo frappe la terre, yo pat mandel opinion pas gen valeur, keep it to yourself. Eh bien, c'est ça te fait un pile fois. Je toujours dit au monde, c'est pour comprendre terrain, vont passer
Yes.
une opinion. Parce que
Yeah.
terrain Haïti, c'est un terrain qui, même moi-même, que ne parfois les m'abdé, expliquer au monde qui joue Haïti, knowing how life really goes, connaît Jean la vie supposée, I trip over my own foot. Parce que
Mm.
si que m'pa et parce que là m'kwa ça m'a dit oui parce que
Mm-hmm.
si que m'pa là son monde k'ap dit moi t'a
Mm-hmm.
ban doute parce que même
Mm-hmm.
message I'm trying to transmit
Mm-hmm.
to the person I'm speaking to,
Mm-hmm.
I myself is questioning it, but I know it's reality because this is
Mm.
what I'm living. I'm here. It's not someone else telling me the reality. A lot needs to be done. You know where it should start? Those who have the power, those who are in charge to represent the country. Do the right thing for once. Do it. Do it for your
They're,
creator.
they're drunk on power, Maurice.
Do it for the country. Do it that tomorrow you will be remembered for a
Mm-hmm.
good thing in the history of the Haitian people.
They don't have that
Because
awareness.
a lot of, it's easier said than done. The Haitian people are tired, but the Haitian people are feeling like, does my voice really count? I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. What does it take? We're going to end the show because we've been on a really nice minute.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to even ask you that question. Do you think that this travel ban on the Haitian people is to limit immigration? Because we've had a huge wave of asylum seekers out of Haiti seeking asylum at the border, going through Mexico.
Mm.
Bon exemple. Ou pa wè depi Haitien entre non bagay, bay la chanje?
Yes. Yes.
Ketel etan dat moun yo ap travese deryen desert sa. Son
Yep.
bagay depi 2003, lemte
Wow.
longtemps aux
Yes.
États-Unis, m kon ap renkontre a moun toutan, yo te pousse ton route, yo te kon flane. Mais
Mm.
kou Haitien entre la don, li bon pour nous ça ka passe à frère.
Yeah,
Li
but c'est ça.
vraiment bon. Parce que li temps pour nous bay tête nous valet. It's time for us to value ourselves. Because I feel that this route's been open for years. I've met people years ago, and I didn't even know exactly the extent of what they were sharing with me. I didn't really even completely understand it. I just felt like it was an open door. Hey, these Mexicans, they'll be right back, girl. Don't worry about them, okay? Soon as Haitians start missing, do you think that the ban on Haiti is to slow down the wave of asylum seekers from Haiti? Please share the live, guys, and don't forget to please hit the like button.
I mean, the asylum claims um have been really minor because I think Trump put the new policy in place to where you can ask for asylum in the country you're in. You see, you can't come to the border and ask for it. Um, But what I think personally, Marie, is that I don't know if you guys know about Woke Joseph. He's a he's a okay. But so yeah, okay. So what I think happened is that he's been driving some travel ban. He's been talking about that. The travel ban he wanted the Trump administration to put on the Haitian politicians, the corrupt Haitian politicians, so that they won't be able to leave Haiti to come and hide in the US, or they won't be able to steal money and come hide it over here. You see, he wasn't in Trump ears. So I think they took it a step further because what I thought was gonna happen is a ban on the politicians, the guys who've been stealing money from the Haitian people, so that they wouldn't be able to come here and hide the money and buy properties and do all that good stuff that they love doing. But it covers everyone who's going to apply, not the ones who already have, you know, the visas or the what I mean, the green card. Not those people. The future ones. Though it applies to those people. So it's starting tomorrow, Monday the 9th. That's when it starts. The ban starts, takes effect, and everyone has to, uh, abide to it. So what I think is that has to be something we look at as a, again, a blessing in disguise, something that forces us to look at ourselves in the mirror, something that makes us realize like we're people just like everyone. We're just like everyone. We deserve to have a country and to put rules into place to where we have control of our ports, of our airports, you see, of our borders. Then that's when you can have a relationship, a real relationship with the US. But I've always been saying that you need to reset, right, that relationship. Parce que you get control sous trop bagay nou, Marie. You like, and it's sad that we can't do it with an elected president, with a president who was elected by the people. It's sad that we can't do that. We don't have that chance now, that opportunity. But ça, c'est une opportunité pour nous reset the clock, reset that relationship. Même gens où est partenaire Burkina Faso a fait, they reset that relationship. Qu'on a Trump qui envoyé envoy dans le pays, monsieur, pour al chita, pour demander négociation. We need that. Then you can dictate how you're dealing with that other country. Nou an ye la mari. Po se neg yo ki mette prezident, nev volo sa yo se yo mette yo. When you mette nev volo pou piye nou and then acting like they had nothing to do with it. Well, but no, we can't have that. Yo fin fè desisyon pou nou, e pi lè neg la volo, they don't know where to stand. We know what's going on. Okay? C'est ça que fait Haïtien doit pour un pays nous. Like I said, Haïtien doit pour un pays nous, pour nous choisir leader nous. C'est pas moun sa pou vin ban nou moun que yo, qui moun que yo fin plein tête yo, and then fait moun yo vin passer nous dans risib. That can't keep happening. On pays, Marie, whenever there's a rainfall, there's no drainage system. On pays, même dans capital là, I'm sure, right?
All of that is an example to show you that we are focused on the current administration, but the Haitian people, the country of Haiti, have been let down way before that.
No,
Because
we've let
before
ourselves
them,
down.
Before
You have
them, there was people that was in power, and I know that President Jovenel in the past, he, rest in peace to him, he made a huge effort to do a lot for the Haitian people, and I know a lot of what he's done has not been exposed, but we've been failed way before today. Yes, the conditions today are at its worst, but in my opinion, this did not just start. Haiti should have, after January 12th, Haiti should have been developed a lot more than what it
thank
is
you.
today.
Thank you. And why it didn't happen? Why? Do you know why? Do you know
Greed,
why? The money that was meant,
unconsciousness.
the money that was meant to build new homes for these people in Canaan. Pour qui moun qui te point, qui moun qui te lead the effort to point.
Eh bien, c'est ça de fait, moi,
Uh-uh.
dire que jodi a focus là pas qu'à simplement sous Haïti. Gen de pays qui pour demander Haïti pardon tout pour ça que yo pour combinaison yo fait sous dos nous derrière dos nous.
But you over there
Yo
doing
pa
money.
jam mandel men genyen e un bagay ou mwen men pa bo manti. N'importe moun qui reconnaît mwen ap di yo e konsa miye. Ouais, un moun vin la li fait un bagay et puis moi mando est-ce que ou te fait li ou bon vérité là sous place moi descend moi à zéro ba cham fâché à moun pour vérité yo.
That's beautiful.
Yon bagay moi apprécié nan men Clinton
Powerful.
li bay vérité a et avec bouche li nous admit nous tendel mande peuple la pardon. Et
Nous
là,
pas besoin ça.
hein?
Nous pas besoin pardon ça Marie.
Non,
The
mais
pardon
et
should
ça m'a dit, on pardon pour
yeah.
ça, pas supposé suffire, non? Parce
Nah,
que c'est
okay.
pas tout bagay que vous fait, on bagay que peuple haïtien va comprendre. Il y a des bagay que vous fait, ou te met demander pardon pour lui, papa. Ou a payer pour ça quand même, oui.
That's the
Combien de fois
rule of the
on moun fait
game.
un crime aux États-Unis dans pays et puis cool fait l'elvin ouais que action le fait poser à pral marrer l'on côté pour un bon petit temps et puis le pété crier haïtien sous émotion trop. C'est ça fait en pile fois moi penser que nous besoin moun qui gagne bon éducation internationale qui pour combattre avec communauté internationale là tout. They need an international knowledge to be able to stand in defense of Haiti. Parce que là que un moun kampe li vin mande au pardon pour m'baye comme ça, nan tête moi même m'a
Taking the court.
dit pardon ça nous disons merci oui d'est-ce que au bail vérité a. Mais gen punition nan pardon en tout et c'est là où nous pas montrer petit pays a. It's like there's no grievance. Nous pas montrer due process en dans pays d'Haïti. Tout ça n'a retourné avec partie éducation, c'est pour nous faire travail nous li très important. Pendant fin année l'école là, année 100, moi-même, yon gros message moi gagne avec toute communauté dans le secteur éducation dans le pays, c'est pour nous prendre responsabilité ça vraiment lourd. Parce
Yep.
que c'est pour nous lever une autre génération dans le pays d'Haïti.
Amen.
Nous-mêmes, c'est pour nous faire sacrifice. C'est pour nous pas ouais l'argent. C'est pour nous ouais timoun yo. Là, nous dans Internet, là, c'est pour nous garder, faire comparison, nan, pour nous ouais que côté petit pas moins yo, ye, en face l'autre petit yo dans l'autre pays. Bay tout ça que nous capables. Parce que en pile nan problème nous gagne, n'a toujours retourné avec de manque d'éducation. Manque d'éducation. Et oui, me connais, ou pas besoin philosophe pour faire des séries de bagages. Là, nous dit ça, nous pas dit que parce que moun mi pa kon li ekri, li pase si se lot bo,
That's
men non. Men gen yon nivou de kompetans ou bezwen, pep la bezwen pou kampe pou reprezenter peyi d'Haïti. Let me share this. Some people believe that the worsening crisis and the travel ban is part of an effort to justify foreign military intervention. The Kenya led forces with U.S. support, making Haiti seem completely inaccessible or unstable, can build public support for such actions. Do you think that having this Kenyan led forces in Haiti, do you think that that plays a role to make it, to be able to continue to pour money out to others? Do you think that that could be an underlying motive behind that decision?
yes, yes, and yes again. Those people you just mentioned never loved us, never will, by the way. There's no love lost. So you can expect those people to have your best interests at heart. So that's like fueling, like adding fuel to the fire. So my proposition would be we equip our existing forces with whatever money they're paying the foreign mercenaries to come in Haiti and do and use. We equip our own forces. And wait, don't just train our soldiers. Okay, we need some Haitian veterans, Haitians who are real nationalists, who have served in foreign armies, who can teach us with no holding back. Because ça fait pas ici pas connaît, yo pense parce que instructeur blanc que la va montrer au plus bagay que un instructeur noir, right? There's no there's no evidence of that. Blanc pa jam bon tactique pour battre li mari. Jamais. Jamais. Et c'est là où pour nous, hein. Blanc pa jam bon um assez training to make you become better than them or to even make you be able to face them. But when yeah, they're gonna give you the lesser version, the lesser quality. And
Mhm.
it's the same thing with education, the same thing with, you know, the instructions for the forces. So, tout an Haïtien pa kompren sa, man, nou nan gros trouble, man. Paske
Mm.
zon m la, sa se baz bagay la problem nan. Moun sa ou pa jom vle wè bien, ou pa sa, like, moun sa ou pa jom vle wè bien pou ou. Chaos, Google it, anyone. Chaos and capitalism go together. Se lè sa ou fè plus l'ajan, lè gen chaos. Okay? Sa ou ka Google it, and you'll see. I'm not lying. That's when they make the most money. When there's chaos, fear. That's another profit driver right there.
Mhm.
Fear. Si yo ka fon pe yon bagay, wap depanse pou achete. Eh? Pou achete pou retire fear or pou minimize fear. Si you ka depanse pou li, your last time you would do it. So they know that. One, so se sak po yo fe poto pos toune jan liye a and ou pa woken moun ki ap try pou yo cut off the supply line, right? They want that chaos to just linger so that you fait plus profit. Comprendre? Them big NGOs, c'est là ça fait plus l'argent, plus donors. You know? Là, il y a plus chaos. Là, on peut voir photos, voir vidéos, comment situation bad,
Mm.
quote unquote. That's where the money comes. Et so, tout en fait, ici, comprendre ça. Qu'on y a là, Joël me dit là, changement, you need to switch, you need to change course. Moun qui infiltre system new, qui prend the real training, those are what who you need, and you need to give them incentives. Pour venir dans pays ya. Same thing as businessmen. Give them incentives to come and give us the skills, the real skills, the newer skills, the modernized skills.
Mm.
Parce que l'armée constantly innovating. The army, like they constantly innovating. They don't stay stagnant. They innovate to be better, to face bigger opponents, more, so that you need that. And it's
You
something
know,
it's important.
let me tell you, today I was at church,
Yeah.
and while sitting there, a guy was speaking. This is when I realized just how far back, right? Power Rangers. I'm not
Mhm.
gonna share my age. Some of you, if you know, you know,
I love Fire Rangers. That's my
right?
thing
But
when
Power
I was growing up
Rangers was like
with
when
the
we
turtles.
were babies, right?
Yeah. Oh,
He was speaking to the crowd about Power Rangers, but spoke of it in terms of Power Rangers just being out today.
yeah.
And I was just sitting there. Of course, I'm not gonna be rude in church, but it just goes to show you that it's like we're so far back in
Oh
time
my God.
and we're not being innovative. It's like
Mm.
we learn something, you're right, and that's could be even with the forces too, that once we learn something, we get
Mm.
stuck. And one thing we know about
Mm.
America, they
Mm.
have groups that that's their daily activity is to create,
You know?
for their country and to protect the country. And you need
Oh.
to emulate that. That's your job, to emulate the same thing for your people.
Wow. So I'm glad you touched that point, parce que Marie, you see even the phone that were like even Bluetooth, they started the army started them. Most technologies that we're using. And that's why I tell you, que pot pays ou e qui krasé la main ou soit qui vle pour krasé la main, they don't love you. Parce que c'est dans la main ou joindre, man, ou joindre toute vraie technologie, imagine. Yes, c'est dans l'armée. Regardez ici, the Hummer came from the army. You know that, right? Like
Mhm.
all of the great technologies, that's where they came from. And then, dans l'armée à tout, wap gen espionnage, like spies. Moun ki infiltre lot culture pour yo apprendre seulement comment telle culture fait tel bagay. Comprenez? Comment l'autre culture fait tel bagay. And then they go back to the drawing board, reverse engineer what they saw, to come up with better versions of what they've learned. Nou pa fè sa yo. Nou pa nan nivou sa, nou pa gen dimensyon sa yo. Si sel pale fransè, fè lizib, oh, bagay, paso, Haitien pou l'paret bel, pou y fè un moun paret sot. Wè problem nan? Pou y paret intelligent, pou l fè un moun paret sot. But,
Mm.
c'est la problem nan, tandis que two intelligent people can make miracles, right? When they combine their intelligence together, right, to face a problem, to solve a problem. So where kote yo pran nou nan because we don't have that ability, or we haven't shown it. Kompren? Paske yo fè nou kwe pou paret tan kou moun ki kon pale fransè, fò ka identifiye kote moun ki pa pale fransè a fè fout. Ou so fò ka wè, fò ka just paret tè tou kom on moun ki pi fò. Pase lot la, mèm si moun nan fò nan domen paloui, but ou mèm, ou ka fè tè tou paret kom moun ki pi fò, fò fè domen nan moun nan fò la dan paret tan kou, it's not even worth it. It's not worth nothing. It's not worth society's interest. Kompon mwen? So yo koko ben nou nan sen sa. En tout an nou pa realize, nou pa wè ke problem sa. stop us from being innovators, innovatives, right? Stop us from finding out the better sides of life. Nous pas allons côté nos maris. Mais bon, un dernier exemple. Ouais, même faire à repasser. Mon Haïti, songe, yo still use charbon. Majorité, ah oui. Still use charbon pour mettre dans fer à repasser, pour yo passer. Right? Pour yo passer. Well, Port-au-Prince.
Pa pran, pepl la pa avanse, pa alande yon gen bagay mwen pa
Yeah,
kompran. Men map djou pou ki sa pepl la vin rete kote liye. Paske, se paske, pi fò peyi a pa jom gen kouran.
M
So,
konen sa.
si
M
ou
konen
weke
sa.
yon moun
M konen sa.
kole kote l kole,
M konen
se
sa.
tout sa map djou, se kondisyon ki kreye pou moun nan adopte.
M konen sa.
Si ke pou moun nan vle, tirad li bien bel, bien fre, pou figil pa asemble sa la travese, sa l fe. Li vin konformel, li vin itilize ti bagay li avek charbon. Me, wap wege yon pil moun an Haiti ki a avanse, ki
Mhm.
ki gen yon ti fer, ou kompran? Ou
Mhm.
bien selon moun voel pou li, ou bien
Mhm.
l'achetel se
Mhm.
si se
I
lot bo.
know. I give them to
E
my
so,
mom all the time.
wè, mèm kounya wap wè, an pe moun an Haiti ap avanse kote mèm machin a lave yo ap achete,
Yeah.
paske an pil moun wap wè ke yo vin fè carpetona,
Mhm.
yo vin genye de seri de problem,
Oh.
paske after long use, pou long time, lave, so moun yo, pepl ap pre,
Yeah.
pour welcome, pour dire bienvenue avec de séries de bagailles qui modernize.
Yeah.
Mais pas oublier, pour bagaille modernize entrer dans n'importe communauté,
Mhm.
ou besoin courant. Courant, c'est une great necessity lié. It is a great necessity. You need electricity. And many people seem to be complacent with where they're at, probably to you,
Mhm.
because what if these people cannot afford an inverter?
Mhm.
What if they cannot afford panels? What if they cannot afford batteries
Mhm.
that can run you $215 in more per battery
Mm.
today?
Mm.
The economy, the expenses to what is required for you to live in Haiti in comparisons to the money in which you make,
Mhm.
it's not balancing.
Okay.
It doesn't add up.
So,
That's why Haiti depends so much on the diaspora community.
so,
Because if you don't have somebody in the States that's helping you, I don't know. I really don't know.
so my point. Okay, if that's the case, electricity is so valuable. It's a necessity. Why, when Haitians had a president who campaigned on giving electricity, okay, and build better roads, and they were so easily manipulated to turn against that guy? Why they didn't stand with him? Pou ki sa ou pa
Hold
bay
on.
prezident ki tap vin ba pou an jare? Mwen lam gen
Attendez,
bezon.
attendez.
Yeah.
Ma d'abord réponse la simple. Et ou déjà répondre question ça.
Mhm.
You've already shared the propaganda. How much money was
Okay.
put out? Okay. Why? If they allowed his plan to go through,
Oh.
we may become a force to reckon with.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you the difference between us and Dominican Republic. And I know some people may say this young lady don't know what she's talking about, but I'm telling you reality from daily life with Haitian people. If Haitian people had the opportunity that many Dominicans have,
Mm-hmm.
Haiti would be far.
Wow.
Because the average Haitian, they love school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Haitian people love to
Oh
learn.
yeah, that's a fact.
They love to learn. That's one thing I can say about the
Our
youth.
people love to
Most of
learn.
them want to go to school. I've had people to joke to say, Haïtien aime l'école trop. Ça l'école fè pou Haïtien?
Mm.
E mwen a yi
Well,
lem tande sa, paske ti moun nan bezwen l'ekol. Ou
yeah,
pa
but
ka di sa l'ekol fè pou ti moun, paske lò gen pitit ou nan peyi ki ap fè peyi, ou pa jam di o sa l'ekol vo pou moun. Se
mhm,
normal, e pa simplement filozof ki fè un bagay a la vi yo, men ti moun nan bezwen yon nivou de edikasyon, paske tout sa ap ede ti moun nan pou l'ka forme yon kompren, yon
yeah,
komprehensyon, pou l'fè debat,
mhm,
et tout ça, li la dan, li très important, mais peuple là, pour qui raison, propagande, tout ça a été fait, parce que si ou la ge peuple haïtien, y a
mhm.
vin trop éclairé.
Mm.
Imaginez, nous pas
Ouh,
gen rien. Gade Jean
bien
peuple
parlé,
haïtien éclairé.
bien parlé.
Bonjour. Le wap wè, gene pa fra lo wè moun yo ap fè effort gonti gathering or something, e pou wè
Mhm,
pep la debake non mariage or something.
yeah.
Mwen mèm, I sit back e pi ma admire moun yo. Paske
Oh.
pep la telman fre, se vre chéri sou ban nou kod nou ka vin tro.
Aïe, 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 vous m'avez dit ça fort.
Si ou
C'est pas
ban
moi
nou
qui dis
kop
ça,
nou ka vin tro,
c'est pas
mesye yo
les
bien
goûts.
kampe, mesdames yo bien kampe, nou
Mm.
vreman bel. Se devran, se pou kembe pe pa isye nan fe noa. E se sa te fe, yo pa jom pral fe propaganda pou di, oh, men moun nan vle bo kouran, ki es liye se si non. Yo pral plen sevel ou, avec tout l'autre bagay pour faire oublier ça qui est bon pour vous. Et en
Mhm,
pile fois qu'on est peuple là non misère, qui est
mhm,
tellement terrible, qui vient fait
mhm.
que en pile monde pense que le problème Haïti pour le résoudre à l'instant. Non,
Yeah.
chérie.
Non.
Problème nous
That's not
trois
reality.
fond. C'est pas un
Mhm.
problème overnight. Dans soirée, on va lever pour moi Haïti belle et puis li senti bon, li neuf. C'est un problème qui a prend temps. C'est
Yeah.
pas premier président qui pourra l'entrer, qui pourra résoudre le problème, non. C'est une ligne de monde qui prend ligne, qui pour
Yeah.
by commitment là, qui pour dire, moi, mettez même pour moi bataille pour payer. Après 5 ans, si c'est 5 ans, mon café, si le café 10 ans, nous, ou pas qu'on ait payé aujourd'hui, depuis les petits moun petit, on commence à construire leader, hein? Yo
Yeah.
déjà a détecté qui
Yeah.
est-ce qui prend le docteur dans le pays, qui est-ce qui est
Yes.
ingénieur,
Yes.
businessman, yo. An nou bay ti moun yo même chance lan. Oui, c'est devra pour yo ken ben ou nan fè noa pour qui ça sou bay peuple la lumière. Mwen kwe chéri nan. Et ou met dit tout le monde, peuple haïtien a droit. Nan vin trop intelligent, nan vin trop éclairé. Et problème nan c'est pour yo tout fait nous parce que nous te déjà gagné audacity pour nous bataille avec Améo et puis nous gagner. Et puis je dis, on pense que yo pral ban nous code facile comme ça.
Mm, mm.
Vous pensez à
Never.
quitter nous passer comme ça? Yo
Never.
pap fel frem. I'm content we had the show tonight. We've been on for a while. It's a beautiful show. And I know when we have the shows like this, it's really, really good. But I don't want us to go on too long that way. Our people who's gonna tune in and watch afterwards, they can at least get a chance to watch without taking so much of their time. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys as well who stayed on the live with us, those who interacted.
See, darling? Mhm. No. No.
especially in the Florida area.
Mm.
And this is something I've never mentioned on live,
Mm.
but that's something that, see, instead of them taking public responsibility or tightening those channels,
Mm-hmm.
the U.S. redirect their attention, blaming
Yeah.
the
On the end result.
instability on Haitian alone.
Yeah.
And today, I could not do a show without accepting those responsibilities, that it is not just Haiti alone,
Mm-mm.
that the problems Haiti face today,
Mm-hmm.
there's hands that's helping it. So
Mm-hmm.
stop just blaming Haiti. What about the ports?
Mm-hmm.
Are they being controlled as well as
Mm-hmm.
to what's leaving and what's coming into Haiti? Instead of just redirecting all of the problem. I feel that's just a form of damage control for America, because one thing I do know about America, they're going to protect their own, and admitting that they've done something wrong, that's something I think even if you catch it red-handed, you still going to have to prove it in court.
Facts.
Innocent till proven guilty. The
That's
person really been done kill somebody, that's what the people don't understand. You been to really, that person really been to kill somebody, but if they know they killed that person at 8:49, and you over here talking about you, that person died at 8:20, baby, let's go to court. Cause
yeah.
now you talking about, if you talking about 8:20, eight
Uh-huh.
twenty, that wasn't, I know
That
that wasn't
wasn't
me.
me. Yeah. I know.
So it's just these small
Tech-
details.
yeah, technicality. They call that
Right? It's
technicality.
these small details. Merci beaucoup de audio. Okay. It's these small details that the Haitian people gotta keep in mind, that we need to have fine print within our own borders. We need to figure out a way to protect ourselves, because everyone else is doing everything to protect their borders.
Facts.
um any last words? Let's any last words before we go?
So my last word would be very much on that topic. Se met akok veye ko, kompren? Met kay ki veye kay. Se sot ki ba imbesil ki pa pran, kompren? And so pou moun ki ka pa konen, Etats-Unis, le, par exemple, son produit ap sorti Haiti pou vine aux Etats-Unis, se le sa yo cheke tout bagay, make sure, yo pase nan lab, do a whole sorts of things. But depi produit ap kite Etats-Unis, yo pa care. Yo pa care. Sa e kon sa yo fonksyone. Kompren mwen? So, si Haitien vle, si Haitien vle pou an kontrol peyi, se nou pou pou an kontrol ports yo, the borders, and then we can have a country. I'm gonna take this anecdote. Mexico. Si moun ki te isi pou an bon ti tan te ka tan de pale de program yo te rele Fast and Furious. Kote gouvernement gen, gouvernement isi, yo gen moun yo kay lage zam, pil kontene zam we, sou border ya nan bo Mexico, kote tout nèg cartel yo prend zam, ou on prend ap distribuer, qu'on a pour guerre, ou faire plus guerre. Regardez? So,
Et
Mexique.
gouvernement yo te rele yo nan la justice pour ça tout.
Okay, I'm getting to that.
An ale.
So, so y aurait les gouvernements ici dans la justice, right? M'kwe yo te gon amendement pour yo payer whatever. Guess what just happened? Supreme Court ici a jeté décision ça. OK? Ça veut dire pays Mexico a pas gen droit pour demander États-Unis pour rembourser l'argent pour dédommager yo. OK? So c'est là ouais, sous prétexte ça, un pays doit prendre contrôle pays ou pas comprendre, ou doit mettre contrôle sur pays ou. Mais c'est ça que fait pas pardonner au paquet haïtien qui te raille président Jovenel parce que ça Jovenel t'a bien fait il t'a bénéficié au tout. But yo just pas gain awareness là pour comprendre parce que moi t'ai gardé propaganda tout. Regarde un paquet de monde qui te qu'on a dénigré président Jovenel. But I look at the fine details, the fine prints. And then nous gain un bon comme dit gon paquet moun en Haïti. C'est dans ti radio yo koute nouvelle. OK? Moun qui compte développement Haïti yo ta vle pour moun sa yo c'est dans radio, y a toujours tant de nouvelles. So y a ka ma acheté un moun qui parler dans radio ça yo pour plein tête moun sa yo avec menti sous moun qui vle aider yo. Et mais c'est ça que t'es fait là. Vous comprenez?
Mm.
C'est ça qui t'est
Wow.
passé. Yeah. Majorité moun pas gen internet en Haïti, vous connaissez ça? Yo pas majorité moun pas regarder vidéo this long that we're doing. They're not gonna watch our lives, right? And we're sharing a lot of knowledge, a lot of things that the Haitian people, en
Mm.
créole et anglais, que peuple a te ka comprendre. But pour vi que yo pas gen accès à internet, ni yo pas gen accès à courant, that's the reason why they are so easily manipulated. And
Wow.
yeah, that's big. And c'est là nous besoin vrai changement pour commencer dans niveau côté nous ka reach those people to reach them at their level and give them the knowledge that they need so that when they find the next Jovenel, they can all get behind them so nous ka retirer Haïti en bas force anti-développement ça qui take over Haïti parce que c'est ça lié Marie. Gon groupe moun si yo gen courant, yo pas vle pour majorité à gen courant. Si yo gen accès à wash and dryer, yo pas vle majorité à gen accès même accès ça yo. Ou pas comprendre? Tandis que ou gon groupe moun tan koum yo,
C'est un gens pour y rester supérieur.
superior. And they don't want to go obsolete parce que gen se de fonction jan yo fait l'argent Marie. Si nous gen développement yo pas ka faire l'argent encore. OK? Yo pas capable parce que en méthode ça yo pour go obsolete. New methods gonna take over. C'est ça oui. On va ici va comprendre ça va parler de lui là. But that's why we need to pass on the message to more people, Marie. Parce que gen force
That's true.
anti-développement en Haïti. Gen force, j'aime dire là, j'en construit l'esprit de moun nan pour égoïste à un l'autre camarade là, c'est même genre gen moun qui gen opportunité, qui gen l'argent. Côté yo ka gen accès à série de bagay, yo pas vle mass peuple la gen accès juste pour yo ka flex on them. You see how petty that is? Juste pour yo ka flex on them. Yo pas vle pour mass peuple la gen en bon route juste pour yo ka passer dans gros 4x4 pour yo bay poussière. Est-ce qu'on ka font pays comme ça, man? Come on. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. One love to everyone. But yeah, I'm a real Haitian and I'm hurting because my people are hurting. But when I'm married, this is reality for me. Like my mom, like qu'on a ba ou série de produits pour yo à la Haïti, elle dit ah, pas gen moun kapab acheter bay sa ou, pas gen courant. That's what they be telling me. It's like so sad. Courant is everywhere. Everyone has courant. And then pour ton peuple privé dans niveau ça, il pas qu'à gen courant. Le pour chaque le pour la dans market, faut manger au spoil, OK? Faut manger au spoil parce que yo pas gen accès à frigidaire, OK? Pour conserve their food. All these things ça impact moins parce que me sont vrais haïtiens, moi mes peuple moins. OK? Et m'a vivre dans pays étranger, moi j'en bay ça facile. Vous comprenez? Et pour un groupe moun qui pas vle mas peuple la gen accès à bay ça ça prend a lot of pain.
Hmm.
Yeah, thank you,
I just
Maurice.
want to say thank you so much, my brother. Haiti, our country is full of resources, and a lot of the instability, in my opinion, is doing nothing but delaying our sovereignty,
Mm-hmm.
is delaying us from reforming the problem that we have.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a veil over our eyes. so that we don't see
Mm.
what's really happening. Because
Mm.
Haiti is rich in gold, iridium, what is
Mm-hmm.
it, bauxite,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
let's
Copper,
say
every
we're
yeah.
geographically placed
Yeah, I mean
just in a good spot.
God gave us a blessing. We just
We're
need to
blessed.
yeah, we
We're
just need to
we're very
materialize it.
very blessed.
Okay?
The
We need to
Haiti is
materialize.
very blessed, but they
No,
don't teach us that. They don't
no,
remind us of that
no.
because what they want all of us to think is that we have all of these problems
Mm-hmm.
and that we are not worth anything. That
Mm-hmm.
is why on a daily, every day I get out of bed with the attitude I am Haitian and I'm proud.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope those that I come in contact with, that I will rub a little bit of that on them and
Yes,
for
you
them
do.
to know that they are Haitian and that they should be proud. Because they want to take that away from us. And sometimes I want to take it away from myself
Mm-mm.
because a part of me understand why today decisions are made against us like that because
Mm-hmm.
nous fait pour lui, mais moi rete dans réalité pour me dire tête moi tout gagner condition qui créé pour exactement résultat ça que nous a vivre jodi
Ah, yes. Cause and effect, right?
c'est cause and effect lié. Tant que moun nan passe l'album on calotte et puis l'on font réaction dès que le fait a fait Jean le fait là aucun moun batwel kounya ou même ou paraître comme mauvais moun.
Non, papa, écoutez ça.
OK? Et c'est dans une situation que bagay la ye nan opinion pam. Travel ban nan c'est celle nous-mêmes dans Caraïbes qui gagne
Mm.
qui vient faire
Mm.
que qui vraiment 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 triste. Vraiment triste, frère.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's on purpose with purpose. But like I said,
Mhm.
all I hope is for us to make the best out of that situation. And we can do it. We can do it and we need to start. Like Joël Mdula Marie, like it starts with us. C'est sot qui
Mhm.
ba industrie qui pa prend. OK? So, si nous pas sot, prouvez ça. Prouvez ça. Parce que pays nous,
Mhm.
c'est domaine nous. That's our domain. That's our,
Nous pas
property.
gen lot.
Nous pas gen lot.
C'est pour nous marcher, m'tap tande frère Luxon t'a parlé
Bon
et moi
bagay.
capable virer pour nous faire live sur ça.
Yeah.
Frère Luxon dit un bagay. Il te ka
Yeah.
voyager, il te ka fait tout ça. Et
Yep.
m'kwel te ka fait le vrai.
Of course.
Mais lui-même, dès que il c'est haïtien, il décidé pour rester là dans le pays pour le combat parce que c'est pas tête li ouais. La
Non.
ville pas simplement pour lui, li a bail communauté, li risque la ville que n'importe gens li toujours dit même j'avais nous pas dans politique chérie, mais ça nous a fait nous voulons pour pays nous marcher, nous voulons pour nous pas oublier ti moun yo mais non, parler t'a parler
Mhm.
Félixon dit, moi pas gagné un pays de rechange.
Change.
Ça fait tout et c'est vrai. Et
Hmm.
ouais, moi-même, je dis, c'est comme ça moi vivre. C'est ça
Mhm.
que fait pas well pour me courir à Saint-Domingue.
Non.
Pas well pour me courir à l'autre pays parce que moi te mettre courir aller tout côté moi vle.
Mhm.
Pas retirer haïtien
You
sous
can't.
sous sous qui est moyen et pas nous toutes bon Dieu a béni pour retirer nous en Haïti parce que gagner moun bon Dieu déjà équipe li met au côté pour une raison parce que ou gagne un travail pour faire côté. OK?
Mhm.
On nous agit peuple à tant coup, nous pas gagner pays de rechange.
Non.
Yo mette ben sous nous, on nous suspend décourager. Moi-même,
Like.
vous connaissez ça le fait, li encourager m'kounya pour entrer dans la communauté et puis pour nous commencer à mettre tête nous ensemble pour nous créer un bagage pour vivre dans le pays.
Pour faire yo ouais, ben
Moi-même,
benefit
j'ai
de là.
pouvoir m'taguer, chérie. C'est tant d'autres attendez. Je connais nous comme ça de moi. Et tant, je ne vais jamais venir m'a montrer blanc yo communauté l'aide li sale. Non, chérie, li le. M'a montre ça une seule fois. Et demain, si Dieu veut me débarquer, même là, m'te joindre $10, m'te joindre $15, m'te joindre $20, n'a débarqué, n'a commencé travail. Parce que moi-même, moi cherche résultat. M'pas coller sous problème.
That's it.
On cherche résultat par nous. On nous pas craser esprit nous dès que jodi a yo dit nous pas qu'à voyager, yo pas vle moun voyager. Li li temps pour que de déception. Ouais, gen de déception ou prend, c'est pour prendre. C'est une bénédiction.
Thank you.
Suspend garder tout bagay pour yon
Amen.
mauvais bagay. Parce que nous fait vrai. Nous fait vrai pour que voisin pas vle petite li jouer avec petit corps. Nous fait vrai là que le monde a gardé des séries de images, des séries de messages, nous avec bonne intention, nous publier. Pas oublier que là nous publier des séries de bagages. Vous pensez que oh c'est parce que c'est Eli même qui chéri, yo pas well comme ça. Qui vient montrer nous yo pas well comme ça. Là que yo publier des séries de bagages, li publier pour tout peuple haïtien.
All of us.
C'est nous-mêmes net. On cherche résultat dans le pays nous.
I can't wait.
On cherche résultat. On nous suspend à mettre l'argent à serrer et puis moun a tombé mourir. J'ai l'impression que ça fait un peu dans nous toujours pauvres parce que l'argent fait pour le séquiller.
Aïe aïe aïe, say it again.
Ou bien vous pensez que l'on prend l'argent marel dans chaussette ceci, li perd et ça fait pas venir la caille.
They hoard it. I know. Okay. Wow.
Okay. Living perd. Parce que l'argent fait pour aider la communauté, pour faire bon bagay dans la communauté, faire bon Dieu confiance que la prend soin nous dans le désert que nous y a. Moi-même, c'est une. Moi, faire bon Dieu confiance. Pendant que je parle là, il y a des gens qui ont dit, oh, c'est YouTuber. Quoi, chérie, YouTube pas qu'à prendre soin comme ça.
Non.
Gain nous nous dans YouTube, c'est pas l'argent n'a fait dans YouTube vrai. So là on monter moi dire que moi faire bon Dieu confiance pour le prendre soin moi-même mes familles, moi faire confiance et pour pas simplement prendre soin moi-même, mais pour le prendre soin pays.
Amen. That's what I'm talking about.
Pour le prendre soin pays. Bon Dieu pas qu'oublier nous. Li pas qu'oublier nous parce que c'est pas simplement aux États-Unis moun vivent. Parce que si bon Dieu tellement grand si c'est simplement aux États-Unis moun te vivent, m'ta pas presque pas t'a gen l'autre nation chérie. Li t'a fait nous tout son selte parce que m'connais bon Dieu connaît ça bon pour moi comme petite li temps. OK? Ouais même avec Ben et tout ça autant de a dit et demandé pour nous partager comme leader avec n'importe monde nous connaît qui est important. Li temps pour nous gérer kay nous. Li temps là nous gon problème pour nous pas toujours apporter problème nous devant porte monde. Les yon nan nous malade. Si nous pas voyager, ou pas ka joindre bon soin. Même pour peuple la jouer un rôle en dans pays de pour un pays, un peuple sans santé. Ou pas gen peuple. Et nous connaissons, nous reconnaître ça. On nous mette tête nous ensemble. On nous gérer ça pour nous gérer dans le pays nous pour que nous ka vivre dans le pays nous. Qui haïtien qui pareil moi toutes ces courses c'est pas ton coup. Yo pas de famille aux États-Unis, yo pas de café comme là pour acheter visa ou bien pour yo aller en bas. Phil Jean nous dit gen moun yo refusé, c'est là que yo vle vivre. Yo c'est haïtien. bay nou chans lan. Paske
Hmm.
mwen men mwen wè li ke tout peyi a pata supose jwen pinisyon sa. Men
Non,
realite, mwen kompran, wè lò nan ekip, se sa te fè yo diye pa tout moun ki ka travay nan ekip.
Haiti.
Paske ou pa ka nan ekip lan, epi pou pense ke wap jere a fe pa an dan ekip.
Mhm.
Mem nan ekip pam, nan staff pam, se tout jounen map diyo, ou ekip chak gen yon wol. Malgre, wè ekzamp la, malgre tout lot peyi ap mache bien, yo pran pinisyon pou pati Port-au-Prince lan. E ki
Mhm.
vreman fe un pe moun mal, ki vreman, paske lò al diskite, lò diskite pou os Etats-Unis, ou l'on men os Etats-Unis, ou l'on men mezi etat ki os Etats-Unis. Yo pa wap jist l'on men nan, wap pale de os Etats-Unis pou di Texas sepleman. Non chéri, se selon de konteks la, ebe se sa ki vin pase.
We
Nou
need to do that.
reprezente tout peyi a totalman pa
À
gen
Port-au-Prince.
separasyon paske nou se yon ekip. An mare ren nou pepla. Nou toujou di nou, se pa, e pa lider simpleman ki pou chanje seri de bagay nan peyi nou. Li le li tan pou mem nou mem,
Wow.
ou le chemizou, mare ren, pou nou viv nan peyi nou, pou nou fè de seri de bon bagay nan peyi nou, pou nou pa ap kite le chak tan mouve nouvel sa yo tombe, etan pou nou fon semen nan karbon. Ba la te telman afekte, m chanje avan yam ap li un bagay JetBlue lage, se la
Mhm.
mwen ke yo vreman retire vale ou même ki yon Haitien kap vive en Haiti sans que ou pa gen passeport américain. Pendant ce
Mhm.
temps, m'a dit, mais Américain mouri tout, oui, chaque jour, Marie.
Oh, mes amis.
Ou vin propose que c'est celle Haïti moun mouri.
Nous
Gen de
mourir.
communauté aux États-Unis, moun yo pran bal maron tout, oui. Yo gen
Oh,
gam tout, gen mauvais bagay ka pase tout, oui, Marie.
à l'aise.
Ou vin senti que kote mwen même dans la vie personnelle, mwen ou moun di m li ba, chel m ba fon rien ki mal ou ba vle pale avem, ki te melem.
You know, bat fèt
Mais
avon.
c'est là pour nous gagner confiance là dans tête nous, pour nous comprendre que nous fait l'élita pour nous refaire, nous pour nous jouer nous l'autre chance pour nous corriger problème non parce que gen de bagay moun dit de nous en dans pays a yo gen raison. Nous
Gen
ba yo
rezon.
raison peuple là. Nous fait vrai, li fait que mal, mais c'est pour nous d'accord réalité nous malgré n'a défendre tête nous, OK? Frère moi vle di ou merci en pile deske ou passe moment ça dans live là avec encore, OK?
Anytime, anytime. I
À
enjoy.
prochaine fois.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it anytime. You see, I'm in the dark, and yeah, I'm in the
Merci.
dark. You know what I mean? Because
Merci.
hmm?
Moi
But
dis merci.
yeah, I'm doing this for you guys, for like the audience, the movement in Haiti as a whole. Parce que these are archives, you know, and we need the people to know like their worth, like the country is worth fighting for. It's worth waking up and cleaning up in front of your house. You know, if you see a drain clogged, you know, let I haven't done it. Get a few of the guys around, do it. You know, because that's the best you could do for your country, and that's how
That's
you
your
can show.
community.
Yeah, you can show your ancestors the love you have for the sacrifice they made for you to have a country. I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for him. Thank you.
That's something. Bye, everyone.
An example to what he just shared is For Liberté. For Liberté is somewhere that I went to visit in Haiti, and it was so clean. I knew that the people in that community were amazing people. They didn't need to tell me that. because you could tell every morning they made a conscious decision. It's intentional for them to sweep up their streets, pick up trash in their park, keep their area clean. These are the type of Haitian people we need. I was watching a documentary before I go, I think somewhere in China, Japan, where an elder was saying that it's in their culture because they were wondering why was it so clean. The person, the travel YouTuber was asking, and the elder was saying it's a part of our culture. We don't wait on the government. Every day, this is the routine. This is what we do. And that is the message I want to get out to the Haitian people. It's that, hey, what we want, we must be willing to do it and give it to our own community and grow on that, and not just sit here and wait on others to do for us, because look at the result. Today, everybody is just, we're gonna deal with the consequences of the travel ban because, reality is there may be underlying intent, but we have to admit that we played a role in that too. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you all for all the love, the likes, those who supported tonight. Thank you guys. You have a blessed night. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to one another. And don't forget to tell somebody you love them. I love you guys. God love you more. Until next time.